Okay guys, welcome to 11.1 day 2. We're still on solving proportions, but today's are going to be a little bit harder. So I call this solving more advanced proportions. So same thing that we did yesterday, but they're going to be a little bit harder. Okay, so number 1, we're going to start by cross multiplying. Now don't forget, if it's a binomial, you need to distribute to both. So what's x times x plus 3? Well, x times x is x squared, and x times 3 is 3x. Okay, then equals. Now we multiply the other side. 5 times 2 is an easy 10. Now guys, how do you solve this? And I'm hoping you guys remember, when you have a quadratic, you always want it to equal 0. And then we have some options. So if we want this to equal 0, that means we better subtract the 10 over to the other side. Because then, now we have equal 0. And on this side, there's no like terms, so there's nothing to add together. So we're just going to leave them all in a row. X squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. Make sure you guys have them in order by exponent power. Okay, what do we do? How do we solve a quadratic with an A and a B and a C? You guys got options. You can do our favorite quadratic formula, which is the negative boy at the party, or you can do MA table factoring. Okay, so whatever makes more sense to you guys. I would say most of you like quadratic formula better. You know what? Or, actually, let's be honest here, or you could go on the graphing calculator and find the x-intercepts. So whatever you guys want to do it that way. I would say most of you guys do quadratic formula, so that's what I'll do here. But if you want to do it a different way, go for it. So quadratic formula, x equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, so in our story, a is 1, B is 3, and C is negative 10. That's where I got this from. And then let's get our 2 answers. But remember, some of you might not be doing it this way. Okay, so we make a big fraction, negative 3 plus square root 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 10 all over 2 times 1. So the first answer is 2. And then we go up and we make the plus a minus, and we get negative 5. So those are your 2 answers. Okay, also would have worked all the other ways. All right, let's do one more of those, number 2, and then I'll let you guys try some. So cross multiply. X times x minus 10. Don't forget to distribute. X times x is x squared. X times negative 10 is negative 10x equals. Now we do the other side. 8 times x minus 4, we also have to distribute. 8 times x is 8x, and 8 times negative 4 is negative 32. Okay, remember, all of this stuff only works when it equals 0. So that means we need to minus the 8x over, but we also need to add the 32 over, because now it'll be 0. Okay, so when we put all this together, these are the like terms. Excuse me. So we have an x squared If you add these, it's negative 18x, and then the 32 is all by itself. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here. Again, to solve a quadratic equal to 0, you've got three options: quadratic formula, graphing calculator, intercepts, or MA table. I'm just going to stick with quadratic formula because I think most of you choose that way. So x equals negative b, but a negative 18 is a positive 18. Plus or minus square root b squared, but when b is negative, you need parentheses. Minus 4 times a is 1 and c is 32, all over 2 times 1. All right, let's do it. So big fraction, 18 plus square root, parentheses, negative 18 squared, minus 4 times 1 times 32, all over 2 times 1. Okay, so one answer is 16. And then the other one I can tell is going to be 2, but let's just check. And yep, 2. All right. So what do you guys think about solving more advanced proportions? Okay, the worksheet's on the next page. Nice job.